And of course, we'll get back to Rena Roy here in a little bit with that story about Venezuela. But first, we want to talk a little bit more about the weather and all the flooding that we did see over the weekend. A brief moment of levity, though, coming from Nicholasville, Kentucky, which is just south of Lexington. You can see this family of otters. They're making their way through all the floodwaters, just playing around, making sure that they're having a good old time as those ponds really starting to form in some of those backyard areas. Again, this is out of Nicholasville, Kentucky. Now, these otters, they are part of they're exhibiting a bit of a problem here, because usually when we have these kinds of floods, it displaces a bunch of wildlife like otters. But thankfully for them, these otters are usually extremely adaptable. So wherever the current of the floodwaters may take them, they're able to start again anew. And as long as they're together, that is the important thing.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're all following their mama. So.
Their little stroll, their little strut.
Yeah.
Super cute.
Nice
too.
little.
It's adorable.
They're like hopping.
Well, they're not going to have to deal with any of the big ponds in those backyards much longer with how hot it's going to get.
Hot and, yeah, I mean, I want to say dry because there's no rain chances, but it's going to feel so muggy. I mean, the air is just going to feel oppressive. So there's going to be just this dense feeling in the air. You'll notice that if you haven't been outside just yet, even this morning, the air was already feeling just very, very muggy. So this is why the weather impact alert is in place. We've got dangerous heat and humidity that will be sticking around with us. Temperatures will be in the 90s, but the air will feel well into the triple digits. So this is going to be a dangerous pattern as we head into the next several days. A heat advisory in place until 9 p.m. for Thursday. So we're just going to stay under this intense round of heat as we go throughout the next several days. As I mentioned, it's going to be a sunny day, quiet and dry on the radar. No disturbances headed our direction. As we go throughout the remainder of this week, we're going to stay in this quiet and calm weather pattern. It's just going to be a buildup of steady hot conditions. So the sunny pattern continues. A few showers will be developing later into the week, but this is what's keeping us so sunny and dry and humid. An area of high pressure that's been called the death ridge, as it's been continuously bringing in just dangerously hot conditions for all across the U.S. So it's not just us here in Kentuckiana. A lot of folks are going to see impacts from this extreme heat. It's likely lasting all throughout the week, possibly could carry over into 4th of July. So let's talk about how much of a warm-up we're expecting through the afternoon. By 4 p.m., our temperatures could feel like 105 degrees. Headed into our Tuesday afternoon, same setup. We could feel like 105 degrees as well for our Tuesday. So into the next 7 days, notice how the heat index just continues to stay in that triple-digit pattern. By Friday, July 3rd, still could feel like 100 degrees for us. So as we head throughout the rest of our day, a few passing clouds, but otherwise still sunny and dry, repeating that trend once again for our Tuesday. And throughout Tuesday afternoon, those temperatures quickly increasing by 12 p.m., likely already into the lower 90s. So here's a look at the next 7 days. Weather impact alert to carry out this week as we're still tracking this dangerously hot weather pattern into the weekend. A few elevated chances for some isolated summertime showers. The 4th of July, temperatures into the mid-90s. The heat index should be slightly lower for the 4th of July, but otherwise still hot. And remember, you always have access to a free 24/7 live streaming radar that's available to you for free on our streaming app, WHAS 11+.